Today I want to talk about treating your indie comics or your web comics like an internship. Now, one of the pieces of advice that professional cartoonists and indie creators give to up-and-comers is that if you're serious about this, if you want to be successful, then you should treat your comics like it's a job. And I kind of feel like this is a loaded piece of advice. On the one hand, there are a lot of aspects of a job that you should probably incorporate into your cartooning career. If you're a web cartoonist like me, if you say that you're going to update on a certain day, do your best to update on that day or post something on that day. So like if you're doing every Thursday, I'm going to be updating my comic. As soon as you start to slip and forget to update on Thursdays or don't post anything on Thursdays, then that's unprofessional. You're definitely not going to get anywhere that way. So, say you're going to update, try your utmost to keep to that update schedule. When you are meeting other people in the wild at a convention or something like that, be polite, be courteous, take the time to talk to them, even if it's just, hello, thank you for reading my comic, or here's my business card, something like that. Things that you would do in a professional setting, like if you're going to a trade show or something like that. If you're corresponding with a convention or with other creators, be timely, respond in a timely fashion. Don't sit on an email for a week trying to think of the perfect thing to say. If you did that at your job, you might lose a client. So respond in a timely fashion. These are all things that you should do in your job, in your 9 to 5. Try to do that and apply that to your cartooning career. Where it kind of breaks down is some of the other important aspects of a job that don't necessarily translate when you're just starting out as a cartoonist. Like your typical 9 to 5 is 9 to 5. They're set hours. You have vacation time. You have a benefits package, like sometimes there's health, sometimes there's dental, sometimes there's a 401k or other such retirement plan. There are a lot of things that are job-like that don't necessarily apply when you're just starting out cartooning. And you spend a lot of hours doing cartooning, staying up at night, working in the wee hours of the day. You don't necessarily do that at a job, or if you do, you should get a different job because somebody is treating you like shit. Don't stand for it. So that's why I say that you should maybe alter your thinking, think about your comics career as more of an internship. If you think about it, whenever you take on an internship, it's usually something that you have a great passion for. It's not necessarily going to be your chosen field or something like that, but it's something that you have a passion for, that you're willing to go above and beyond and get paid nothing, or if you do get paid, you get paid shit. And that's the same thing with cartooning. Cartooning, if you're doing it and if you're posting it out there and if you're doing it on a regular basis, chances are you absolutely love comics. You love drawing, you love telling stories, you love all of that. And you would do it without getting paid. In fact, you're probably doing it now without getting paid. Same thing as an internship. In fact, maybe you should even think of it as grad school. It's something that you're paying to do, like, to further your education. You're paying loans out the ass to do the same thing. Sometimes with comics, you're paying out more than you're bringing in. Like if you're doing indie publishing, if you're doing offset printing, or even if you're doing digital printing and bringing those comics to shows, you're paying way more than you're taking in, especially when you're starting out in an up-and-comer. So I think it might be more beneficial for up-and-comers to think of comics as an internship. Like you're grinding it out, you're putting in the time, you're going above and beyond, and you want to impress everybody around you. These are things that you do in an internship. You don't necessarily care about the pay. As soon as you start thinking about it as a job, there's a financial aspect to that, and you might disappoint yourself if you're still doing it a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road and you still haven't made any significant income from your cartooning. So I think changing your expectations from job to internship gets rid of that whole financial aspect, and I think that's a healthier way to look at cartooning. Not to say that you can't make money as an indie creator, as an up-and-comer. You certainly can. I think there are definitely There's a lot of proof out there and a lot of different methods for monetizing your content. That's beside the point. But when you're starting out, chances are you're not going to be able to supplement your 9 to 5 income in a significant amount. So, just think about it without that financial aspect in there. And I think your expectations will be much more realistic and you'll have more fun with it. Because the other aspect to a job that nobody likes to talk about is that, you know, not everybody loves their job. In fact, quite a few of us have problems with our job. We complain about our jobs and stuff like that. And if you're drawing for a living, if you're doing cartoons for a living, if your goal is to do cartoons for a living, you don't necessarily want to complain about it because, you know, drawing is awesome. Drawing comics is even more awesome. And so that's an aspect of the job thing that is not very... it's not something to look forward to. It's like, oh shit, I wish I could cartoon for a living so I can hate cartoons. Nobody wants that. So think of cartooning as an internship, and you know, it might help manage your expectations a little bit. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I'll check you next time. Bye.